Right then, the petrol T20 is up into the shed. We're going to have a little look at it today and see if we can get it running. We did figure out that this one's 6 volt, so we've bought a new battery for it. And I think all that it should need is pull the carburetor off here, give it a little clean out, put a bit of fresh petrol in, and hopefully the magic will happen. But we'll find out shortly. Okay, the carburetor's taken off now. I've got it on the bench here. We'll strip it down, have a look at the insides, make sure nothing's blocking it, and then we'll put it back on. Drain all the old petrol that's a little bit like varnish out of it. We'll get some fresh stuff in. Right, petrol, Fergie, will it start? Update. The 6 volt starter that was on it doesn't seem to want to do anything. I've tried my best to get it working and I can't. So I'm either going to have to get a new starter or spend a bit while longer at this. Now, as a get out of jail card, we've stolen the 12 volt starter off the TVO Ferguson that we have sitting in the yard. It works. But because we can't run this in 12 volts, we have took it apart at the solenoid. We've ran the 12 volt battery to the solenoid and to the starter, and then isolated the rest of the tractor, and it's still running on 6 volts. So we're going to get a bit of petrol, put it in, and see what happens. Right, give it a go.
Is the batteries all
Put the choke on.
Right.
Oh, till she starts. Stop for a minute. Right, give it a go.
Is the batteries all
Put the choke on.
Right.
Oh, till she starts. stop for a minute.
No, don't bring it off. You're burn down start on.
That's enough. Right, we've established that there's no spark, so now we're going to start testing components to see which one's at fault. And the first thing we're going to test is we're going to test the coil pack. Now to test the coil pack, the first thing you do is make sure that your ignition's on. Then you come down to the coil. You take the wire that goes from the coil pack into the distributor out, and you link it to the tip of your spark plug. Now you'll need to ground out your spark plug or put one of these spark plug testers on to see if there's a spark happening. Then you take your grounding wire from your coil off the distributor cap, and with a pair of pliers, because you don't really want to touch this, it could give you a bit of a shock. You take that and you grind it out onto something, such as, come here, get a good grip on it. You grind it out onto something like the bolt that holds it on, or anywhere in the chassis that you get a ground. And what will happen when you grind it out is you will see a spark. Every time you touch it, you'll get a spark. So once you see that spark, you know that your coil pack's okay. If you're grinding it out and you're not getting a spark, coil pack's the problem. So we can go after the coil pack. We now either have a problem in the distributor cap or our points and condenser have gone. Now the distributor cap's new in this, and from looking at it, all seems to be okay in the distributor cap. So I'm going to take a guess that we need either a new set of points or a new condenser, and we'll probably just replace both in this because they're not a dear part to replace, and when you're in doing one, you might as well do the two. Right, give her a go. How easy was that? Unreal.